Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 23 of my Hyperion progression series. We have done quite a lot of things over the last week or so, and I just wanted to catch you guys up on some of the things that I've done. The first thing that I wanted to talk about, of course, was over the Sunday. We had a sunny Sunday where we had a 30% off on star forcing, and I took that opportunity to push some of my gear. I started off with star forcing my pants because at the end of the previous event I left it at 19 stars and I thought that I had enough money to go for 21, and it didn't take too much, thankfully. It took about maybe 3 or 4 bill, managed to star force it from 19 and then eventually made it up to 21. With those pairs of pants done, we are now done with our CRA pieces. All 3 of them are now 21 star, so we don't have to worry about that ever again. I don't think that I will be pushing for 22 stars anytime soon on this account, so yeah, pretty happy that we managed to finish one of those key items. Next up, I decided to push for my superior belt. I had one spare, and the reason why I wanted to do superior belt was I had so many fodders, and it kind of went well at the beginning in the sense that it actually did clear a lot of different fodders. Unfortunately though, for me, it wasn't cheap. It did take me about 8 bill to get it to 21 star on the fodder, and then I transferred it across to my superior belt, and then this happened. So unfortunately, it didn't go to 21, and it was kind of disappointing, honestly, that it blew up on the first tap from 20 to 21. To be honest, I was quite disappointed, and I immediately tilt ran into hard will a few times. I'm just going to show you guys a few of my runs where I kind of just died out, and it wasn't even close. Like, you can look at the HP bar at the very end. All the runs were kind of scuffed. I didn't make it very far into P3, and it just wasn't good. Maybe I wasn't playing well, probably not. Maybe I was lacking some kind of damage, or I forgot something, or missing a buff. Whatever it was pretty messy. I even attempted it on stream once, and on stream it actually went okay, but I was kind of lagging, and I think it was because of my exit lag, which is a program I use to have a little bit of a better connection into MapleStory. And I ended up actually just disconnecting right before my final burst. It might have been clearable, but it was very close. But again, it was just another run that I flopped. And then I did a few more runs that I flopped, another few more runs. And then a few days ago, I decided to just calm down a little bit, try to gather all the buffs I could get, focus up a bit, and I finally got the clear on like run number 10. Yeah, that was a bit rough. I don't really know what was going on. I think my P3 was just not really there. It felt like every time that I tried to do that boss, I was missing damage or something. I'm not really sure, but then somehow this run was like the fastest run I've ever done. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I did too much different, but this run was insanely fast compared to the previous ones, and I'm so grateful because that was quite the painful week. Like, it took me, like I said, almost 10 runs to get this clear. At least it's done. I didn't want to do normal will this week. 394 drop. Let's hope that we get something this week. Anything, please. And nothing again. One of these days we're going to get a drop, guys, from hard will. He's going to give us something. That being said though, today is reset day, so all of our bosses are actually back online. We can do all of them again. So what do you know, we're going to start off by doing hard will once again. Hopefully we can get it on the first try this week and not take 10 runs to do. I am in a better mindset at the moment, so then hopefully I can focus a little bit better. And unlike the last few times that I've tried to run hard will, I actually have a new friend of mine, Fatal Strike. This is something I completely overlooked because I don't really have the habit of making Fatal Strike. It's a very strong special node that you can use that gives you basically extra damage for a few seconds every once in a while. So I'm going to try my best to remember to upkeep this every time I do hard will, at the very least, so then my hard will isn't such a struggle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys at the end of the fight. This week I managed to get the wheel clear on my first try. Technically my first try, my actual first try disconnected right after I entered the boss, so you can see my buff bar isn't as full as it usually is. I didn't have my sparkling red, but I used a sparkling blue instead, and I didn't have my fame buff amongst other things, but that's okay. I was a little bit frustrated, but we did get the clear, and that's what matters. So I'm gonna swap over onto my drop gear and see if we can get anything this week. With all our drop items, 394 like usual. See if we get anything good. Third H wheel clear, very exciting for us. And another week, another nothing. I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed each time, mostly because I really want that Twilight mark. And of course arcane weapon / armor pieces would be great too, but at the end of the day we are getting at least 3 wheel droplets each week. So we are actually getting our weapon a few weeks earlier than we expected. If I didn't clear H-Wheel the last 3 times, I would be on 16 droplets, but I'm actually on 19 now, so I only need to wait another 2 weeks of hard wheel compared to another 4 weeks, so it does actually cut down a lot of time. So I went here to fame buff some people, and these guys kind of popped out of Black Mage. They all just started swarming me. Do I tell them to say hi? I legitimately have no idea who these guys are, but I appreciate you guys. I literally loaded in and they all popped out of the portal. This is completely... I have no idea who these guys are. I loaded in and here they were. I'm kind of scared, but I'm not so sure. Well, you guys made it into the video. With those weeklies out of the way, and I sold all the crystals as well, we are currently sitting on a little bit over 9 bill at the moment, so we're definitely rebuilding our stack after spending a lot of it during the 30% off. And as much as I would like to keep spending money, there is a very high chance that we are going to get a Shining Star Force within the next month or so. So I'm just gonna try to hold on to my money as best I can. It does kind of suck that I can't make any gains to try to do more bosses, but at the moment I don't have anything consistent enough for me to be able to clear the next set of bosses. The main one I kind of want to try to work towards is Chaos Gloom. Chaos Gloom is another boss that might be able to be cleared if we had a little bit more damage, so then we can get more chances at arcane boxes, but like I said, I don't think that I'll have enough money to be able to make that gain without an event. The other obvious gain that we can have is actually just our 6th job. I've been working on my 6th job in the background. I haven't really been farming at all, really. I haven't made any progress onto my fams or anything like that. The amount of epics haven't really changed. Maybe I opened 1 or 2 of them since the last time I showed it. 0 progress basically on my familiars. And my hexamatrix is just going up slowly thanks to the dailies every day. This is what it looks like at the moment. I have 9 on my condemnation, 5 on my origin, and 1 on everything else. And I just recently boosted this up to 2, and in a few days it will go up to 3. Just some pretty gradual progress on my 6th job. And what I've decided to do is, once I finish actually getting the last few epics, here I have like another 6 or 7 left to make into epic. I might just stop fan farming for the time being and maybe start pushing some levels. I wouldn't mind going to level 270 so I can unlock another symbol. And then, of course, along the way, I'll get some more fragments and hopefully boost a few more of my 6th job skills. The main reason why I'm considering that is because my arcane symbols are actually really close to being finished. Today, my Moras, Vanishing Journey, and Choo Choo Island are all going to be finished. Just need to claim the last of the symbols here. Thanks to today's dailies, these 3 are now complete, and we can forever not have to do those dailies ever again. And as for the last 3, I only think I need to do it for another few days. Each of the last 3 are on 326 out of 372, so very, very close to being finished as well. And once that's done, we can forget about Arcane River dailies pretty much forever, unless I decide to make bossing mules on this account, which I'm not too sure if I want to do just yet. I feel like that's kind of a high commitment at the moment, so we'll just park that for the time being. Here we go, just 2 more days after today, and these will be done as well. I will maybe consider picking up other dailies, but for the time being, I'm okay cutting down on them. Another daily that I actually recently finished was also Monster Park. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I don't need to do Monster Park anymore. I already have the 7-day Monster Parker badge. This gives pretty good stats, and most importantly, it gives us 10% IED. With these small gains done, I think it is time for us to do another quick weekly rotation. It actually is already reset. I haven't really been recording too much because it's been pretty boring. There hasn't really been any recent events that have given us gains, so I've been kind of slacking on creating some videos, but hopefully in the next big update we'll have some more things that we can do, and maybe some more star forcing events and stuff like that so we can push content. But for now, my character has kind of hit a soft wall, just trying to get some money and see what we can get. The main thing, of course, for the time being is that I do want to clear Hard Will. We just need to do 2 more weeks of Hard Will, including today, so 1 more week after this, and we actually have enough droplets to buy our first weapon. So we got 19 today, and if we clear now, we'll get up to 22, and then the following week will give us to 25 or 24, and that'll be enough for us to buy. If we can get a weapon box, then I might hold out from buying anything extra for the time being, because ideally I don't want to buy it. It is very expensive on the droplets as well. I still have to pay about 5 bill to buy enough Arcane River droplets to be able to exchange it for the weapon itself, because I only have about 80 here. So I'm going to run Hard Will once again to see if we can get another chance at the box. Hopefully we can clear it again on our first run. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Another Hard Wheel done, and another box we get to break. I think we've broken 3 Hard Wheel boxes in this one video, so a lot of Hard Wheel done this week, but he is a major part of our progression, so I'm really hoping that this will give something. It's my favorite part of the week, honestly, just doing Hard Wheel. It used to be really stressful because of how difficult it was, but now that I can clear him pretty consistently, I'm pretty keen on clearing him every week. It's one of the few times I can actually try to get something interesting for us to show on camera. Just making sure we have all the drop we have. 394. Alright. see what we can get. Ah, nothing again. One of these days we will get something, guys. So I went ahead and did a few more bosses to see if we can get some more drops with the drop rate that we had. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything. I did Pino and Arcaria and Pink Bean. We didn't get anything too interesting. We got a cup, which is cool, but that's about it. So we have kind of hit a wall now. We're just kind of waiting for a few things. Just like I said before, we did clear Will, and now we are sitting at 22 droplets. So next week I should be able to have my arcane weapon if I don't already get a drop. And given the fact that I've already cleared hard Will, it's very unlikely that I can get a drop this week. But next week is almost guaranteed that I can buy at least a weapon, and that would allow us to transition over to using 2-set arcane. And the reason for this is if we were to swap 2 of them out, we would lose 10% boss damage and 10% IED. But if we swap over to arcane, we'll get back the 10% boss damage. We do lose a little bit of IED, but we compensate for the fact that the arcane staff is extremely strong. Even though that my Absolab staff is currently at like a 3-line usable potential, I think that the base damage of the arcane staff is just so strong, and if we give it even a decent flame, it will beat out this Abso staff hands down. Super easy. So I'm very keen on that. For now though, I don't think that we're going to be making any reasonable gains anytime soon. Ideally, I want to wait for a Star Forcing event to try to get some of my gear past 17. I do want to start making more shields so that I can push this to 20 stars. I do have my black beam marks. I do have some spares that I can push to 20 stars as well. I also have a lot of reinforced earring spares I can try to transfer over onto my superior earrings. Unfortunately, I don't have any spare belts, but that's okay. We can worry about that another time. We can just wait for more spares in the future. But until then, I guess our main game that we'll be focusing on is just trying to finish off our arcane symbols and then waiting for a Star Forcing event. Unfortunately, there's not really much we can do in the time being. We're in a weird lull period where there's not much we can do regarding our games without spending a lot of money off event, and ideally I want to try to avoid that, which unfortunately means that that will be it for this video. I'm sorry that there's not really much to show at the moment. The game is kind of in a lull period, like I said, but hopefully in the next big update we'll get something a little bit more interesting. For now though, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Thanks again to everybody who has supported me along the way, especially those that have supported me just throughout the world. When I see you guys around, you guys saying hi to me is a very nice feeling. So feel free to say hi, and yeah, I think that'll be it for today. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.